Something is happening in the Cup Series garage that nobody is talking about enough. While everyone's locked in on the championship leader, Kyle Larson has been quietly putting together one of the scariest stretches of racing this season. And if this pace continues, the entire playoff picture could look completely different in a matter of weeks. This isn't hype, this is math. And the math is starting to look dangerous. Here's where things stand right now. After San Diego, Kyle Larson sits fourth in the Cup Series point standings. Over his last 5 races, he's posted 4 top 5 finishes. That's not a hot streak, that's a pattern. He trails leader Tyler Reddick by 180 points, which realistically takes the championship lead off the table for now. But third place, held by Blaney, is only 47 points away. With 9 regular season races remaining, that gap is very catchable. To understand why this run matters, you have to look at where Larson and Hendrick Motorsports started the year. The 2026 season opened rough for Chevrolet. Body changes to the platform threw off balance and execution across the manufacturer's lineup, and Larson's number 5 team felt it early. Speed wasn't there, results weren't there. Then something shifted. Over the last month, the car has clearly found a different gear. The speed didn't just improve, it stabilized. That's the part crews and competitors actually fear, because a fast car that shows up once is a fluke. A fast car that shows up every single week is a system working exactly the way it's supposed to. For a 2-time series champion like Larson, this isn't unfamiliar territory. He knows how to turn a mid-season surge into a late-season threat. The locker room, or in NASCAR's case, the hauler, has to feel that momentum building. And with the regular season title and playoff seeding points still up for grabs, every position climbed right now carries weight into the postseason. Let's break down what's actually happening underneath the results. Strategically climbing from 4th toward 3rd isn't just about chasing one more spot on a standing sheet, it's about playoff positioning. Regular season points translate directly into bonus playoff points once the postseason begins. Every spot Larson gains now is leverage he carries into the format that actually decides a championship. The risk here is subtle but real. Hendrick and Chevrolet spent the start of the season recovering from a body package issue. Sustained speed after a rocky start can mean 2 very different things. Either the team has genuinely solved the problem, or they found a narrow window that other teams haven't adjusted to yet. If it's the second scenario, this surge could level off the moment competitors catch up technically. But here's what makes this dangerous for the field either way. Larson doesn't need to lead points to be the biggest threat in the garage. Drivers who are running with playoff caliber speed but sitting outside the top spots are historically the most unpredictable variable in NASCAR's postseason. They have nothing to protect and everything to attack. Is this smart positioning or a warning sign for everyone else? Both. It's smart execution by Larson's team, and it's a genuine warning sign for Reddick, Blaney, and anyone trying to lock in a comfortable playoff seed. The end reaction to this kind of stretch usually splits right down the middle. One side is going to point to the points deficit and say the championship window already closed. 180 points back is a real number, and skeptics aren't wrong to flag it. The other side is going to point at the underlying speed and say points don't matter yet. Not in June, not with 9 regular season races and a full playoff format still ahead. This side will argue that a driver with elite track speed entering the playoffs is far more dangerous than a driver who's been leading points all year on inconsistent pace. Expect analysts to start framing Larson less as a point standing story and more as a watch out in September story. Best case for Larson and Hendrick, the speed holds, the number feet. 5-team climbs past Blaney into 3rd or higher before the regular season ends, and Larson rolls into the playoffs as the form driver nobody wants to see in the final laps. Given his championship pedigree, that's the version that ends with him as a serious title threat in the fall. Worst case, the Chevrolet platform issues resurface, other manufacturers adjust and close the technical gap, and this month becomes a brief high point in an otherwise uneven season, strong enough to make the playoffs comfortably, but not strong enough to carry real momentum into the postseason. So here's the real question. Is Kyle Larson quietly building the most dangerous playoff resume in the Cup Series right now, or is this just a good month before the competition catches back up? Drop your prediction in the comments. Is the NUM 5-car a real championship threat or a mid-season mirage? If you want breakdowns like this every single week, make sure you're subscribed to Sportswire USA, because this points race is about to get a lot more interesting.